Hello, my name is Aiden McCormack, and welcome to my tuna presentation.
Tuna fish from a can is something that most, if not all, people have tried and enjoyed. Tuna is found everywhere from airports to hospitals and your local gas stations, and even the royal palaces of the world. Tuna is a high source of protein and with almost no fat. The canned tuna industry is over 100 years old. Tuna canning began in the 1900s to, to produce a substitute for canned sardines, and canned tuna quickly grew into one of the most popular seafood products in North America. About 300 million pounds of canned tuna is imported to the US from other countries each year. The major suppliers of canned tuna in the North Americas include Thailand, the Philippines, Ecuador, Vietnam, and Indonesia.
What is tuna? Well, tuna, also referred to as tuni, is a fish belonging to the subgroup of mackerel family of fish. The tuna family comprised 15 species across 5 genres, the sizes of which varied greatly, ranging from the bullet tuna, max lengths 1.6 feet, and then max weight 4 pounds, up to the Atlantic bluefin tuna, max length 15 feet, max weight 1,508 pounds. The Atlantic bluefin tuna averages 2 meters and is believed to live up to 50 years.
Where is tuna found? Tuna species are found throughout the world's oceans. Atlantic, Pacific, and southern bluefin tuna are prized for sushi and sashimi markets. Skipjacks, yellowfins, and big-eyed tuna are found mainly in the tropics, while albacore and bluefin are found in temperature waters.
Tuna on, big tuna. They do anything stupid. Look at him running, look at him running. Don't mess with the drag. Don't even look at the drag. It's getting close, dude. We're getting very close now. I just love how there's no sharks here trying to eat it, dude. The only thing that's gonna come here is like a giant marlin or something to try to eat him. Yeah? Which is fine. There he is. Oh yeah. Nice and easy right here. You got the knots coming up. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Yeah. Here we go, boys. That's a fish right there,
That's a fish, man. Get him in the boat.
That's a fish right there. Come on.
Get him in the boat. Yeah! That's the
That's what I'm
fish,
talking about.
baby.
Got it done.
Oh, baby, you come here right now. That's the biggest tuna of my life.
Look, right? That's a real one, boys.
Yeah, that's the fish we're looking for right there. Oh, that's a big tuna.
What are the common types of tuna used in production? Skipjack, yellowfin, big-eye tunas are found mainly in tropics, and albacore, like bluefin, are found in temperate waters. These species are used for a mixture of canned and fresh produce. What are the ways people consume tuna? The highest volume of tuna consumption is from a can. The can find tuna put in water, brine, and vegetable oil. Tuna can also be packaged in cans in various textures such as light and chunk tuna. Light tuna is where the tuna is more flaky and it has a softer texture and more flavor. It is almost always made from smaller tuna species. The smaller tuna species are skipjack, big eyes, and yellowfin, and Cherokee solid. Solid tuna is made from albacore. Solid tuna means that larger filament pieces with fewer faces. The alternate type of eating tuna is steak cut. It is a light and tasty meal that melts in your mouth. People often switch from beef steaks to tuna steaks as other healthy alternatives to beef.
Yeah, that looks like a pile of them. Look at this, bro. It's definitely weird to be fishing this close to shore, there's no doubt about it, but as you can see, there's a guy yanking on one right next to us, and we're seeing plenty of bird life.
With only one fish to our name this season, I'm terrified that making this 600-mile trek down from Gloucester isn't gonna pay off. We need meat on the deck now.
Run! Run! It's like a lie. It's a tuna for sure.
If you want to move, we can move it.
Ready? Feels good. Feels like a keeper.
Feels so great to be hooked right up right now. I mean, we really need this one. Oh, sorry. I gotta stay on top of him, bro. Bubby, get ready. Turn, Bubby, turn.
Come on, fish. Come to Bubby.
He's bigger than we think. Look at the tip. Bubby, remember, it's shallow water, so if he wants to go, let him go. You know what I'm saying?
Jared, you want to hop on here for a minute?
Forward a little bit. That's good. I can see colors. There he comes. Comes out of the water.
There he is.
It's a big one. This thing's a slob.
No. Come on. Get me the other dog. Get me the other dog. Go. Hey. Got him. Get him. Watch it.
Yeah, move on.
On the left.
I'm gonna kill him. I got him. Come on.
Jumbo, baby.
Finally, we got some meat on the deck. I was worried the tuna gods weren't gonna come through for us today.
You did so good today. I'm so proud of you, Bubby.
Thank you.
You're a good boy, too.
Oh, thank you. That's a jumbo, man.
Hey guys, congratulations.
It's nice to be back, man.
Good to see you, been a while.
We're stoked.
All right, hopefully it'll be a good one.
I hope so.
This fish is almost 9 feet long.
All right, 623.
Beautiful.
All right, guys, way to go.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice fish. All right, let's see this core sample. Hopefully we
out.
got a good one.
No berm, baby, no berm.
Nice.
What do you think?
$15 a pound.
All right.
All right.
So,
Y'all let me live another day?
you can live another day. Thanks, buddy. Have a great one.
Let's go get another one.
Tuna is considered under the protein section of Canada Food Guide. Tuna, for its part, is a source of high-quality protein with almost no fat. It contains all essential amino acids required by the body to grow and maintain of lean muscle tissues. Canned tuna can be a good source of heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids with 150 milligrams or more per 4-ounce serving. And at the same time, research shows that tuna contains mercury, which accumulates in large fish that are higher on the food chain. For most people, the fish doesn't contain enough mercury to be concerned, but there are certain groups of people where it may pose an issue, especially pregnant women, nursing women, babies, and young children. That's because mercury can be explicitly toxic to developing children's nervous systems. The risk is dose dependent, meaning that babies and children exposed to more mercury are more at risk of problems. Mercury can pass between mother and unborn baby. If you are pregnant or nursing, you should limit your consumption of tuna. And if you have a baby or young child, you should limit that child's consumption. Canned tuna has less mercury than fresh or frozen tuna steaks. This is because smaller fish, which accumulate less mercury, are canned, while large fish, which accumulate more mercury, are used for tuna steaks. Also, light canned tuna has less mercury than white canned tuna, also known as albacore tuna. The bottom line is tuna is, like most things, is good in moderation and not good in excess. If you enjoy canned tuna, you can include it in your healthy food in your diet. Just make sure not to overdo it, especially if you fall into one of the at-risk groups.
Before talking about fishing methods, we should talk about fads and bycatch. Or a fish aggregation device. Fad is a floating object that casts a shadow into the water to attract groupings of fish by casting their nets and fishing rods near the floating object. Fishers can increase their catches with less effort. This can, however, result in a higher level of bycatch. Bycatch is fish or other marine species caught unintentionally while trying to catch another type of fish. In some cases, bycatch can't be avoided and unwanted fish end up in the fish net. Bycatch can be a problem, especially when endangered, threatened, or protected species such as turtles and dolphins are accidentally caught, injured, or killed, disturbing the food chain and inadvertently taking fish that other fish rely on as food. Finally, bycatch can reduce the population of fish species to a point where it's difficult to replenish, as fishing gear may not be designed to allow juvenile fish to swim free and breed. Responsible, well-managed fisheries will proactively reduce their bycatch. Fads can be classified as entangling or non-entangling. Traditionally, fads were produced using nets or meshed materials. These nets could accidentally trap species such as sharks and turtles. Non-entangling fads use ropes or nets rolled up to avoid entangling marine fauna. Commercial fishers use 5 primary methods to catch tuna. The purse seine method is the most commonly used and is responsible for about 66% of the tuna caught globally every year. Each method has advantages and areas of concern. Purse seining establishes a large wall of netting to encircle schools of fish. Fishermen pull the bottom of the netting closed, like a drawstring purse, to herd the fish into the center. This method is used to catch schooling fish such as skipjack tuna. There are several types of purse seines, and depending on which one used, some can catch other animals. When combining purse seines with FADs usage, the amount of bycatch can be very high. Long lining employs a central fishing line that can range from 1 mile to 50 miles long. This line is strung with smaller lines of baited hooks, dangling at evenly spaced intervals. Long lines can be set near the surface to catch fish like big eye and yellowfin tuna. Many lines, however, can hook sea turtles, sharks, and seabirds that are also attracted to the bait. By sinking long lines deeper or using different hooks, fishermen can reduce the bycatch problem. Pole and line fishermen use a fishing pole and bait to target a variety of fish, range from open sea swimmers like tuna and the bottom dwellers like cod. Pole and line fishing is environmentally responsible and is a good alternative to tuna long lining. Unlike tuna long lines, which catch sharks, marine animals, sea turtles, and seabirds as bycatch. Pole and line fishermen have a very low bycatch rate. Large-scale trolling targets albacore for canning. Gear types other than the three listed above are responsible for about 13% of tuna catch. Hand line fishing consists of using a single vertical fishing line with barbed hooks, which is usually hauled in by hand, making it a very low-cost fishing method. This makes it one of the oldest and most traditional tuna fishing methods in use. It is also a very selective technique which can be carried out from a small boat at open sea to catch large bluefin, yellowfin, and big-eye tuna, which can live and swim in the depths of about 200 meters while waiting to sink the line and bait attached. When used close to shore, fishers tend to target smaller tunas and other tunas-like species swimming near the surface. The pros and cons of tuna fishing production. The pros are that tuna is a healthy form of protein and has a strong fish-to-market production line. Tuna can be caught efficiently at high volumes for the North American market. The price of tuna can be low, allowing many people to easily add it to their diet. The cons of tuna. Canned tuna have a higher percentage of sodium than their fresh counterparts. We could potentially be contributing to overfishing by increasing our demand of tuna. Therefore, in conclusion, I suggest we all include tuna in our diet for nutritional and economic reasons, though we should be conscious of how the tuna is gathered and the volume of tuna we consume.
It's all about the status of the populations, and it's all about also the ecological footprint of fisheries, which we're concerned about, all the way from water usage, fuel usage, to what we call bycatch, which are species that are caught accidentally and incidentally to fishing for tuna. All those concerns need to be answered in a positive way.
The whole underpinning of everything is that the scientific advice that's given is as good as it can be, based upon as comprehensive as the data can be, and then it's adopted and enforced in its purest form, as directly linked to science as possible.
One of the most promising things in our field right now is a partnership that we've created between GEF, WWF, the FAO, and the leading industry players through the ISSF, where we've come together to look at the issue of tuna. We have come together to send signals that We won't buy tuna unless there's a barcode on every fish, a barcode on every boat, and you can track the fishing practices that landed that fish and delivered it to our table. And those are the kind of signals we need to send if we're going to save the oceans and save the tuna and save the fish of the sea.
We can't do it all ourselves by standing on the outside, beating a drum, or advocating for positions. We do that, of course, but we may get much greater advances if we can work very closely with like-minded partners that are actually part of the system that we're trying to change.
The goal is to engage consumers to help drive that change in the market, but to get to a market in which the fish you find in the store is all sustainable. So we're not trying to get to a market in which you have a choice between sustainable fish and unsustainable fish. We're trying to get to a market in which, just like all electronic products are safe, all fish is sustainable.
I think consumers need to voice to restaurants, their grocery stores, the fish market, that they care. Because it's only when they hear it from their ultimate customers, the consumer, that then they're going to start caring.
Consumers benefit because they don't have shortages in the short term. Their children benefit because the supply will be there for them as well.